All right, y'all, come on in, come on in. We got to get back into this Umar situation. Now, I want to focus more on the school and the donations that was taken in for this school because they saying Umar raised over a million plus something dollars for this school. I mean, for this school, and as y'all know, his account's been frozen. His personal account and his Fdmg school account's been frozen, and I believe it's due to, you know, misappropriate funds. Like, he's doing things, personal things with the donations, man. So I wanted to focus on this post that Lene Stacks did, aka Siobhan Stone, uh, that used to deal with Umar. She said a scam and a lie. Tell the people the truth. The banks froze those accounts not because of me, not because of Lennon, but because of you. You effed up. You commingled funds, you played fast with the donations, you moved shady, and now you're trying to spin it like you're the victim. Nah, you got caught up, and the banks don't freeze multiple accounts unless there's a damn good reason. Stop lying to your supporters. You're not under attack, you're under investigation. And I believe Umar is under investigation because they want to know where all those donations going. And the people that donated want to know where their donations went because the school is not progressing. I mean, he's doing little things here and there, a little painting here, doing the floor here, uh, you know, replacing little things here and there, and people's looking at it like, all right, you've been trying to get this school off the ground for 10 plus years, and you still really haven't made any progress, and you're still taking in donations. So I believe the IRS is looking into this situation to see where those funds are going. I mean, it only makes sense if you're taking in, this amount of money and there's no progression being made, then people going to raise an eyebrow like, okay, are you using these funds to trick off on women? See, that's when the personal stuff starting to leak into this situation. Yeah, I mean, because how Umar is. Yeah, I mean, how he is with women. Like you see how he be like the 5'5", thick in the thighs, queens, black queens forever, snow bunnies never like, and then butter pecan, almond joy, and the way he just talks like if you supposed to be a leader and leading your people to liberation, why are you talking like that to women? And you got to realize you're starting a school where predominantly of women supporters are going to want to put their children in the school. So you got to realize people are starting to look at him kind of strange because it's like, all right, well, a lot of these women are single mothers putting their children. Yeah, I mean that will be putting their children in this school like, and they gonna like, damn, what you gonna try to sleep with all the moms of the goddamn the parents of the school and shit, the moms and shit. Like it got people looking at it kind of strange, and then the fact that his daughter is out here like, his whole thing is, the black woman. We got to make sure we got to take care of the black woman. We got to make sure the black woman is good. This, and that. But he's not trying to repair anything with his daughter. That's also on social media. Gyrating around the streets of Philadelphia, getting into fights. She's on the internet, wilding out and all that. And you could tell she wants attention. I mean, and the way she talks, she really would want her father to be in her life, but he running around like, and this I ain't even trying to bash Umar. This is real nigga talk. I ain't trying to bash him because people will come here and say, yo, you're trying to talk down on Umar. I'm not talking down on this man. I'm not talking down on this black man, but you realize this shit been carrying on for a while. But people, it's time to get to the point of this shit. Like, where is it going? Where is it leading? Where is it, what's the end game for this shit? Cause now you starting to see his accounts getting frozen. You know, he's having these issues with these women. These women are coming out, and you know, it's just not looking good on the brother, man. So I mean, this is not even just. I'm not getting on the brother, um, just to be talking shit. Is gotta check this shit, bro. It's checking time, cause we didn't see Umar. go on for years. I mean, he be having speeches and good points when he speaks at these lectures and these different events that he speak at. He have a lot of good speaking points, but it's not reflecting on him and what he really got going on. Now they saying he won't let nobody up in his mother house. I don't know what his mother, far as what Lene said, his mother condition and all that, but nobody knows to the extent far as his family wise, because he not letting nobody up in the house. That's what's being said, that he's not letting nobody in the house. Because it's going to be people that's going to want to go out there and investigate, wellness checks and all that, because his shit is out there. People putting his shit out there. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I feel like Umar be having good points when he speaks. He be having good ideas, but far as him executing this shit, he's not the guy to do it. He's not executing anything he's preaching about. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically the point I'm making. Like, he's not making no progress, bro. He's not making any progress with this shit. I wanted to get to this real quick.
It's 4 times the size of this here.
Showing off this school. You know what I'm saying? And he's showing off this school. He posted this 1 week ago. Well, yeah, 1 week ago. This was
They both one level. They both one level. But that is 4 times the size. We got 4 bathrooms in here. We might got 16 over there. Go ahead and step on in, y'all. So this is the office here, and we got 3 small spots in there.
they not taking this real
Go ahead and
serious,
click
man.
that light on.
Because he not taking
Now,
he's
one of
not
them would
taking
have
it
been nice for
serious.
the studio too, but that's the main
Like, look
office.
at all that work that need to be. Look at all that work that needs to be done in there.
Unless I make one of the classrooms in there.
Look at all that work that needs to be done in there. It's not. It's no way in the world black folks donations and how he's going about doing it is going to repair all this and get that school open. Like, it's been long overdue. That's a lot of work in there that needs to be done. That's a whole lot of work that needs to be done. So he's trying to live off the donations and collect donations to get the work done and get the school up and running. Mm-mm.
Hand all wet.
I don't see it happening,
Okay,
man.
so it's done.
Yeah, so everything's good. Yeah,
Okay.
just let me know.
Okay.
So yeah, in summertime, when you turn back on, so just run for a little bit.
Okay. And so up here,
See, it's getting so bad for him. He has to get white people to go in there to even, get things done, because he's trying to depend on black folks to go in there and get work done. And they're not going to act fast as other white contractors. You know what I'm saying? They're going to take it a little bit more serious. That's why, he had to go outside of the black community to get other people to come in there and do some work. But it's
a parent visitor center. Another one is going to be a student activity room, and the third one is probably going to be the library. These three are going to be more multi-purpose, not instructional. Instructional is going to be a long haul because we don't want the kids so close to the front. So like I say, you're a parent, you're picking your kid up, she got 2 hours, just want to chill, you have the TV in here, refrigerator, some water, a nice couch, parent visitor center. So I wanted to be a little different than what you see at the regular school. You know?
he gotta get himself together before trying to open up a school, bro. Like, how he is with the women and shit and doing all that shit he's doing, you know, like, we didn't see plenty videos of him and how he is towards women. Like, you can't be doing that shit when you running the school and and shit like that. You can't be flirting with the parents and, like, you know what I'm saying? This shit just it look just weird shit, bro. All that work, man. Like, look at all that shit that need to be done in there.
Now, I was thinking about making this my office and conference room. I think about making.
We wanted to see him win. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to see him, execute this, but it's been long overdue, and people was wondering, like, where now he's being investigated. Like, and I believe he's being, the IRS is on it because they want to. He's taking in a lot of money as far as donations, and because he has a lot of supporters. He has a lot of supporters. Is he getting, like, you know big amounts of donations, like, millions of dollars? No, but he's taking it enough to raise the eyebrow for the IRS. They wondering, like, what the hell going on? And then I'm pretty sure, you know, people trying to probably reporting this shit, like reporting him because it's just he ain't making no progress with this school.
And I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. Trust me.
Okay.
But when I did it, I found myself really comfortable. So a small office.
Yo, that's a lot of work, bro, that needs to be done. And no telling what type of, you know, work has to be done to like the pipes in there and you know, and a lot of other things, not just the, you know, what we the surface, but a lot of other things because you got to make sure that thing is, up to code and everything. And I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just he ain't gonna be able to do it with at this rate that he's going. I don't think so. And I feel like that Umar is, the way he is towards women because those women supports him. So the what how he is towards women and how he flirts with them and shit like that is it kind of like leads them on with the mindset of I possibly got a chance to be with this man and shit like that. So it's kind of like a psychological game he's playing with these women. You know what I'm saying? It's like a psychological game with him. And that is one of them issues that he gonna have to deal with head on if he's trying to, make any progress as far as running the whole fucking school because you can't be flirting with the goddamn parents. You know what I'm saying? Like with the moms and shit of the children that's going to that school. Like you ain't nah.
Too small. Is this the same size? I was thinking about this, but I know it's too small because I said, yeah, it gotta be up. I might put that's too small for the sound, right? Okay.
For the sound?
Yeah.
Too small. Okay. I mean, like once again.
Yeah, talk to me. So you saying this space right here, you can do the engineering and the booth.
Absolutely. And this table is simple.
Yeah, but where's the funding to get all that construction done? Where's the funding for that? Because I hope he ain't depending on these brothers to be working for free. That's a lot of work that need to be done. Not like, people time is valuable. Like people ain't gonna want to be going in there just donating their time for free. Look at all that work that need to be done in there. And he don't have the funds to really get that shit done. It's not enough donations coming in for him to be getting that type of work done. Like, yo, that's a lot of work that needs to be done in that them damn building. He got two buildings, two big ass buildings.
I think it's possible because the white
It's 4 times the size of this here.
Ain't no way in the world. That's nah, man. All right, let me switch over to this real quick.
For the first time in my life is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you
Bro, you gonna have to start you a podcast, get on you like he be having a lot of smoke for YouTubians and all that, but bro, like you're gonna have to do something to get income. Like you gotta have multiple streams of income. It just can't be you can't depend on donations and book sellings and think that's gonna make you're gonna raise enough money to get that school done. Nah, you gotta have multiple streams of income. So you might have to get your ass on YouTube, bro. Start a podcast, you know what I'm saying? Invite guests on and really get to it because at this rate, bro, he is not going to get that school open. I think like I say, Umar is way over his head with this school, and he just don't want to face the fact that I mean, that part is over with because and then he just got too much other shit going on. You know, he got too much other shit going on.
can spare a few dollars
It's
so I can
damn
take
shame
care
seeing him out
of
here
Queen
begging like
Mother
this, though.
Ifa Tunde and myself.
Okay. I have to
All
say
right,
this.
so this is the brother Lennon, the one that be doing content on Umar. He makes some good points with this shit.
And I haven't said this many times in all
Straight.
the years that I've covered Umar, but this right here is one of my big issues with Umar. Umar, if you had a track record of being honest and sincere and not scamming black people for different things. I gave some examples of the documentary, the rules of romance, even the Fdmg school scam. Okay, there's other examples I can bring up here. If you have a history of being honest and sincere, and you came to the people, and including to myself, and you said, "Listen, I'm in a bad situation right now, and I need help, and I need help not just for me, but also for my mother." You know, Umar, I would help you out. Many of you guys inside this chat room, you would help Umar out. Now, again, I'm saying that if Umar had a track record of being honest and sincere, and I'm talking
That's
about
a
a
fact.
decent human being, not scamming and scheming and sexually exploiting these black women and all that stuff. I'm talking about if Umar came to the people genuinely and said, "Listen, I'm in a bad situation right now," and not lying and making up all these false narratives and trying to blame it on Lene and trying to blame it on me. I ain't got nothing to do with none of that shit, Umar. Cut it out. If Umar came to the people and said, "Listen, I need help right now. Here's a situation," that was honest and sincere about it, I would help him out. Many of you guys would help him out.
That's a fact though, but can't nobody trust him. He can't be trusted. Like people don't know. Like far as him saying his bank account's being frozen and he flat broke and he don't have any money and he asking, he depending on his supporters to send money to help him, to eat and all that. Like, bro, if you ain't do all that other shit in the past and you wasn't, being shady, I believe people, people, and he probably still has some people that supported him and sent money in. Cause he, like I say, he still have people that's riding for his cause and that'll still support him. It's not enough to get that goddamn school open, but like he don't have a good track record of just being straight up and honest. Like he's just doing too much out here, man. Then, like I said, he out here flirting with these women, leading these women on to the point where they sending all their bread into him, and he ain't making no progress with that shit. He just eating ishkabibbles, and he got down at Philly, down to Broad area at the Max is getting cheesesteaks and shit, and flying all around the world and messing with different chicks. You know what I mean? Like this nigga just doing too much, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and people like, all right, well, you supposed to be leading. You supposed to be a leader, bro. Leaders don't carry on like this. Now I understand people gonna bring up the fact that yeah, Martin Luther King slept with this a lot of women, this and that. But nah, they it wasn't out in the open like this nigga doing though. He's like wilding out with it. And just 5 thick buttery, my sweet buttery cinnamon baby. Like, nah, bro, you gotta control yourself. You know what I mean, women walk. He on live. Women walking past. He stopped. He stopped a lot. The glance at him, look over, and whew, sister look good. Oh, that buttery almond skin. Like, you gotta chill, bro. You gotta chill with that shit, bro. Cause you trying to get a school off the ground, and a lot of women wanna that support you would want to see the, children go to that school and succeed, but like you carrying on with the flirting and all that shit, bro, is weird. Shit is weird, man. This shit is weird.
But Umar, your reputation precedes you. You don't have solid standing to be asking people for any kind of money and expecting them to keep giving it to you indefinitely. If you need some help, ask for it. That's part of black culture. We help each other.
hmm And you not notice one thing. Every time Umar get in front of that school, he, that's a sign of him. That's a pattern of him when he in the need of money. He go live in front of that school. He got to show you something in that school. We got the paint done. We got the floors done. He got to show you something. You know what I'm saying? Or he just go live in front of the school and hit the PayPal, hit the, you know what I mean, hit the Cash App, hit the Zelle. You know what I mean? Like, and it's a pattern. Like, and people starting to, look at that shit like, bro, you always asking for bread, man. Every time you popping up in front of that school, man. It's a pattern with this shit.
If there's people inside the chat room, if y'all needed help and I could help, I would help you.
That's what it's about, helping people. We didn't help plenty of people that came to us. People that came tonight and day said they was in a bad spot. We looked out for them. You know what I'm saying? Sent for Cash App. They maybe needed a night to stay somewhere in a hotel. I mean, because they couldn't, go to their home. Their home was either flooded out or anything. Yeah, I mean, because that's what you do. You just help people out, but you can't be scamming the people, man. Like you can't have a track record of being a scammer and then come, asking people to help you out. Like that's not where, nah. And you got some vulnerable people out here that that still donate to this shit. They still donate. You know what I mean?
But Umar,
They still
you
donate to
have a
Umar.
history of taking money and using it on things. Obviously, there's still no school. Bare minimum, 1,677,860,000. Excuse me, $1,677,860 bare minimum that you've collected just for
1.6
this
million.
FDMG school scam. We're not talking about all the money you make on lectures or books or any of this other stuff, specifically dealing with this FDMG Academy. Bare minimum.
So he raised $1.6 million on, you know what I mean, to get this school up and running. That still ain't enough. That's still not enough. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's way over his head and he just don't, his pride is there and he won't let it go. He won't just say, you know what, I can't get this school up and running, ladies. It's just not enough, ladies and gentlemen. It's not enough. And we don't have enough donations. We don't have enough donors to get this school up and running. And, you know, might have to downsize, man, with a smaller degree, but it's way past that now. Like it's even way past that. I think his time is over with this shit, and it came to a head, and it's a wrap. You know what I mean, but he so much pride, he don't want to let that shit go.
And there's still no school. There are abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware. You have not educated one black boy with all the money that you've collected. My best estimate, $2.7 million. You're also trifling, sexually exploiting these black women, crushing the cookies, predatory. You're not in a position in life to expect, and you shouldn't expect people to keep sending you money at this point.
Right.
Again, if we erase all of that and much more dealing with Umar and his character, and he came to the people and legitimately said, listen, I'm in a bad situation. I really need you guys' help. I would send a little change. I would. But I can't do that knowing how Umar is. And see, here's the thing. His mama's situation and where she's at right now, he's the primary caretaker.
Mm-hmm.
She's living in a very difficult situation, hoarder type situation. He's the one that should be taking care of her, but he's always traveling to places. He was over in Africa for a month. Then he comes back, gets exposed by Lene, and then he goes back over to Africa for a week or week and a half, something like that. Then he comes back crying and begging and shit like a punk, talking about I need some money. Why didn't you just not go to Africa and just see? It doesn't make any sense. The point is, Umar, that yeah, there are times in life where we need help and we should ask if we can, and if people would support, yeah, we can do that. It makes sense. But in your situation, Umar, you can't keep doing this for the rest of your life. Listen, I've asked for help in the past. People came through, but I couldn't keep doing that. I had to get my shit in order. Umar, get your shit in order.
You're right.
That's
Nigga, you do some motherfucking DoorDash, Uber, or something, nigga. Like, nigga, don't be too proud to be acting like you can't do some motherfucking DoorDash or some shit, nigga. Like I said, but his best bet was to just start a pod. He's already in the, creating content and she's posting shit every day. Like, man, start your YouTube channel. You'll have that shit monetized in a week or two. If you know what I'm saying? But he, like you said, he's not on that. You know what I mean? Like he's not, his mindset ain't on. I feel like Umar's stuck in a fucking time bubble that he can't get out of. Like he outdated. First of all, is a lot of his, shit is outdated. And he needs to get on board. Listen, we living in a digital world, bro, and a lot of things are, it's more convenient. It's more convenient, and he's not leaning on the fact that we living in a new age where he can actually do other things and earn revenue. But he's so stuck in that 1960s, 1970s bubble and shit. Nigga, get out of that civil rights mindset, that all that shit. Get out of that. Listen, man, Marcus Garvey and all them, that was for their time, bro. You gotta get out of that shit, man. We living in a whole different new age. We living in a digital age. You gotta get with the program, man. You know what I'm saying? So he could be earning revenue on YouTube and various other platforms for the fact he has a big following. But he's not utilizing his following right. He's using that shit for the wrong reasons.
That's what I've been trying to but you don't listen. You don't listen. I've been telling you over, and I told you a long time ago what you need to do. First and foremost, you need to stop with the scamming, stop asking for money. And what you need to do is get into rehab. That's the first thing you need to do.
Mm-mm-mm.
And day by day, it's about personal development. Day by day, you get your shit together. And then if you came to the people and you showed that as a living example, it would be so inspiring. You inspire so many people. But see, Umar, your history and your track record just shows that you're a con man, you're a scammer, and you just keep going with this shit. And you've been doing this for. Listen, last point, then we're gonna finish the video. Umar's so comfortable with this at this point because, in essence, since 2011, he's been living off of black people. And then by the time we get to 2020, he's still living off of black people. And then he starts living off of his mama.
Dang.
And here we are in 2025. He's so used to this lifestyle that he doesn't have any incentive to do anything different. See? I had incentive to do, and I'm not trying to compare myself to Umar because that's not what I'm doing here. But I had incentive to get my shit together. Broke down, yes. Lost, yes. A damn fool, yes.
We all been
but
there.
I own all that shit, Umar. I don't blame nobody else. I don't blame black women. I don't blame my wife. I don't blame white supremacy.
Right.
I don't blame it. Was me. And I recognize it. But then I took the steps day by day to get my shit together. Umar, you have no fucking excuse.
Real shit, though.
You don't even try to take care of your kids.
That's another thing.
You don't raise bare minimum 1.6. There's about $1 million, at least $1 million missing. You have no excuse, sir.
Oh yeah, they on his ass. That's what I'm saying. Like they investigating him. They on his ass. That's why them accounts frozen. They got to go through his shit and see where that money being sent. You know what I mean? Where that money's being spent. I mean, yeah, because he took in a lot of bread and shit. IRS be on your ass for anything more than 10,000. You know what I'm saying? They be on, and they really squeezing nowadays now. So he done raised over $1 million and shit. They on his ass. They like, okay, well, according to Lenny, he's saying over 2 million. Yeah, because you got to think about the years it's been years he's been getting donations and asking for money for this school. Like he been using that school to get it. He been using that school and using women to get it, and now that shit's coming to a head. You know what I'm saying? So, but he don't want to face the music, man. He in denial with this shit. Like, bro. Yeah,
and this is one of my big issues with Umar right here. Then we're gonna finish this video. Umar, you betrayed so many people that lovingly gave and believed in you and gave and gave and gave some more and some more and some more. And you betrayed all of them.
Mm-hmm.
The damage that you have caused to the black community it's incredible, because through this betrayal, there's levels of faith and belief in each other that has been greatly diminished because of you, Umar. And there are people who would have supported the next person who comes along who has a great idea, but who is really about the business, and they're going to be unwilling to support that person because of your ass, Umar.
All right, that's a fact, though.
There are going to be people who need help. I'm talking about real help. Who come to the people to ask for that help, but they're not going to get that help because of your ass, Umar. And that could be the person that's going to change things in a positive way for Black people in their area or even beyond, or the next person who comes along and the support is what allows them to get their life in order and get to the next level in their life, which is what I've done. There's no excuses, Umar.
All right.
There's none. You betrayed so many people, and then you're going to get your let me stop. You're going to get yourself back here up online again and again and again, and then continue to beg for money.
He just did it recently. That nigga had the Haitian headband on and talk about having a barbecue and all that shit for the end of the summer. I'm like, man, bro, you got too much shit going on, bro. How you doing that? Like, they froze your bank accounts and you still asking for money? Like, nigga, what are you doing? Like, yo, he bugging, yo, Umar bugging out, and he acting like he acting have like dope fiend moves basically. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying he on drugs or nothing, but the way he moving is like how, you know, a nigga on drugs move. You know what I'm saying?
And you don't have the decency and the self-awareness to recognize that you've been doing this shit for so long and you betrayed tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of Black people all around the world, if not millions at this point all around the world.
Yeah, it's been long.
And as a consequence, you've devalued the trust that we have in each other.
Can't blame nobody else for that. Yeah, he can't really blame nobody else for that. That's all that shit is on him. All this shit that's happening, you know, it's all coming down on him. He can't blame nobody outside of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it could be karma. It could be karma because, you know, if he just out here moving about and just not really having consideration for other people and shit, and just using the hell out of people, taking from people, yeah, that shit eventually it's the boomerang effect. It's gonna come back around and hit your ass. So we're gonna see where this shit is going from here, man. We still following the Umar story because we still want to know what's going on with these goddamn bank accounts. You know what I'm saying? We want to see where this shit is going with these bank accounts and where all that money went that he collected. You know what I'm saying? People want to know. Cause that school ain't making no progress. We see that shit. That shit is still some shit still boarded up in there. He got a little painting here done, a door replaced, maybe a few windows replaced. Yeah, you know what I mean, but he ain't making no other progress in shit. People could have been doing that work for free. Donate their time for free. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. Stay tuned. We're gonna keep y'all locked in with this shit. Well, y'all lock in. We're gonna keep y'all, you know, informed with this. And on that note, man, make sure y'all hit us up at 90dayherbals.com where we sell natural products as well. We ship out fast. Take advantage of the 30% off. And make sure y'all join the email list because we send discounts out through the email list as well. And y'all can search us on a Google, 90dayherbals.com or 90 Day Network LLC. You'll see we 5 stars on Google and everything. So, you know what I mean? So make sure y'all hit us up. And on that note, catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.
Shop now at nightandayherbals.com and enjoy 35% off all our herbal CBD products. Automatically applied at checkout.